Happy Halloween. I'm horror author Paul Edwards, and because today is Halloween, I'm going to take you on a special tour around my house of the vintage Halloween decorations. They go as far back as the 1950s. A lot are from the 60s and 70s, and a few are a little more modern. But I thought you might enjoy taking a look around a horror author's house on Halloween to see what kinds of monster kid goodness there is here. Let's start with this jack-o'-lantern. If you've watched my channel at all over the past few weeks, you've probably noticed this over my shoulder. This jack-o'-lantern is from the 1950s. In fact, if you've ever seen the movie I Was a Teenage Werewolf from 1957, one of these jack-o'-lantern decorations is featured in the teenagers' hangout in the scene where they're having a big Halloween party. So this is an oldie. This is one of the oldest in my collection. Obviously, the top of the stem hasn't survived the past 75 years, but overall it's held up pretty good. This one here freaked me out as a kid. This is from either the early 60s or maybe the late 50s. There's a couple of details I noticed on this because as a kid I would stare at these things, of course. The skeleton at a few different points is held together by wire or by metal bolts or clips. So he's seen better days. But he seems to be doing better than the jack-o'-lantern he's absconding with. Check out the mouse coming out of the top of the witch's hat. You know, she's sort of held together with odds and ends too. There's a safety pin holding her together on her sleeve. Getting a little creepier here. This is a three-dimensional decoration. See the witch's hair? Sorry, witch, don't hex me. This is almost certainly from the 50s. I'm pretty sure this is from a set that my mom owned before she married my dad, and they got married in 1963. So this is at least early 60s, but my guess would be 50s. Check out these two companion owls. Remember those can you spot the difference between these two pictures puzzles when we were kids? There's a couple of differences between these owls. Can you see them? Yep, these are definitely from the 1950s. They're in really good shape though. This black cat was also used, this exact design was used in the form of stickers. There was a set of Halloween stickers that had this, but you know, this is the nice big cardboard decoration that it originally came from. This is a good example of how Halloween decorations used to be scary without being over the top, you know, gory like they are today. You know, it seems these days they can only have either decorations that are too much or decorations that are completely, you know, kiddie oriented. This is the kind that was more for everybody. Check this one out. I'll let you in on a little secret as a reward for watching this video. In the book, Mourner's Cliff, I have a scene where David is scared by glinting eyes inside the hollow of a tree, and then, of course, it turns out to just be wildlife that's lurking in there, peeking out at him. I'm 100% sure that I got the idea for that scene from this decoration. Do you see in the hollow of the tree where eyes are glinting out at you? I'm sure that because that made an impression on me as a kid, it wound up becoming a scene in a book that I wrote as a 50-plus-year-old author. This is one of my favorites, although it might be a little hard to get on video, but it's a three-dimensional decoration of a bat in flight. This is from the 1950s. And what would happen is this could be folded up to be completely flat. And then when you wanted to hang it up, you would unfold it. It would circle around and clip. And then presto, you have a three-dimensional bat in flight. Now, this one is held together now partly by paper clips, but that's because it's, over 70 years old. He's peeking at us too. Pretty spooky. This witch in her haunted house means business. This one is definitely from the 1950s. I love this one with the jack-o'-lanterns on the tree branches of the dead tree. The ghosts that are waiting at the bottom of this decoration. Unfortunately, my kid's sister took it upon herself to draw little additions to their faces. They're supposed to just have the two black eyes and no other facial features, but this is what we get. But still, it's really good. This witch from the 1950s is mostly crepe paper. See? Over the years, she has lost one hand, unfortunately. But other than that, she's in pretty good shape. All right, this skeleton is from the 50s or early 60s. It existed all through my childhood, and I was born in '65. It has a little bit of wear and tear in the form of some child, either my kid sister or me, put this Halloween sticker on its wrist, probably around 1973 or something. So who knows? But try not to get Blair Witch Project motion sickness as I now walk you up the stairs of monsters. Ready? Here we go. What do you think this one is? That's right. You know, if you're coming down this set of stairs at 2 in the morning, you can't help but wonder if one of these is going to reach out and grab you. It's always a possibility, especially tonight. All right, let's look at a couple of modern ones, just so you don't think my house is totally a museum. This is one of these 3D decorations that the image changes as you go back and forth. There's a couple of different spooks that appear and disappear depending on where you're standing. This looks like some kind of H.P. Lovecraft creature is busting through the wall. And this one also moves as you move back and forth. See the eyes? Modern. Cabinet-sized skeleton. And above him, that's right, I made this one, Lon Chaney Jr. as the Mummy. And Glenn Strange as the Frankenstein monster. I made this one too. Pretty sure this is from the 90s. This one is a larger version of the one that we saw downstairs. All right, brace yourselves, because as a reward for watching to the end of the video, the next one I'm going to show you is my favorite one of all. Brace yourselves. Check out this haunted house. This one captured my imagination when I was a little kid. I just loved this haunted house. How could you not? Thanks for letting me show you around the vintage Halloween decorations in my house. I hope you enjoyed them. Some of them might have brought back memories for you, or if not, at least you can see what it was like to celebrate Halloween back in the old days. Have a happy Halloween, and I'll see you in Mourner's Woods.